Hello and welcome to True Guidance Tarot. I'm Adriana Teodoro-Dier. I'm a spiritual medium and intuitive reader. I have a message today for Aries, and I have asked my guides in spirit to bring a message that's deeply beneficial as well as positive for you this week as you navigate what's going on. If you are new to the channel, so glad you're here. I strongly urge and invite you to subscribe to this channel so you can stay in contact with this high vibration information from the other side each week. And if you're returning, just know that you are so appreciated, and I'm really, really excited to share this reading and this part of the journey with you. So let's get started right away. This is a different deck than I usually use, so new messages, interesting messages. We have got the Queen of Wands for the energy that the universe presents to you. This is a strongly, deeply powerful card, and actually I feel that for your whole reading. There's just so much power, raw energy, power coming off of these cards. So Aries, this is a big thing this week. This reading may also for you extend past this week. There's just some bigger stuff that I think is going to keep going for possibly the rest of the year. But let's keep going. So Queen of Wands. Now she's holding what I feel is a magic wand, and she's kind of got this ready energy. So what you're confronted with is something that looks very inviting, but there's more to it than what it seems. She's got everything under control. There's this fire kind of smoldering in the background. So there's this opportunity for creative growth and for, wow. Okay, they're saying for really coming into your full power. All of this yellow around her, that's, what do you call this thing? The solar plexus chakra. So there's really an opportunity for coming into your power. And you seize this power, but you see this opportunity, but it's kind of stays up in your mind. What do I mean by that? Like, you're listening to what I'm saying, you're taking it in, you're like, yeah, but it's more of an intellectual idea than it is something that you're really starting to put in practice and realize. And I think it's because it's so big. This energy and this chance for transformation and transmutation of the self is so huge that right now it can really only be thought of. So anyway, you receive this energy and you're like, yes, let's get started. You feel a new beginning happening, and you feel the warmth of this sun, all of the illumination and the opportunity hitting you. The other reason why I was talking about the head, we've got this elk. I think it's an elk. I'm not an expert in antlered creatures, but it looks to me like an elk. But those antlers are talking about the connection to the mind, the psychic ability as well. But right now, especially since these antlers are kind of going out this way rather than completely vertical, I think it's talking about, yeah, like mentally you see this, mentally you've kind of got the shape of it. It has yet to get down into your body and yet to start really coming out in your world, but you're definitely sensing it, and you're definitely feeling like this is a new opportunity, and just this feeling of renewal, of excitement is just strongly coming through. Excuse me. We've got a lot of springtime on this card. And okay, yeah. And then we're talking about this being a spiritual, I'm sorry, I was tracing, there's a little spiral at the bottom of this wand, and I was trying to figure out which way the spiral went, towards spirituality or towards rebirth. For this card, it's spirituality. So you are understanding that this energy coming at you that you've been sensing in a big way is connected to your spirituality. But let's keep going because the plot thickens. This is enormous, enormous shifts and growth. And that's why I'm talking about this maybe beyond this week. Although I do feel like it does happen pretty fast for you. We've got amazing cards coming next. We've got the Eight of Wands. We have the Judgment in the middle. And then we've got the Sun on the other side. These are two cards in sequence, 19 and 20, 20 being the Judgment. And the Eight of Wands throwing this energy towards these two. So we've got a double rebirth happening here. We've got the sun coming out. That's a symbol of birth as well. And the energy of this golden boy here, just so positive and happy and assured that the success is going to happen. But this is bigger than just like, yeah, my project's going to work out or such and such is going to happen. This is like your soul has been tested and it's coming out of the dark, out of this judgment area. It's coming out of the darkness into the light of triumph. That's the thing. I mean, this is huge. So you've shed whatever it was that didn't work for you in the past, and you're coming forward as this child figure. You've got children in both of these, which is not only rebirth, but it's the renewal of your connection to your soul. So some of that ego stuff has fallen away. A lot of it has fallen away. You're leaving it behind in the tomb. You're burying it, essentially. And then you kind of move yourself forward. The Eight of Wands is propelling you. It's very clear to see in this, right? The Eight of Wands is propelling you into this motion. And the Eight of Wands is like you're throwing it out into the distance. So this, what we're describing here, you're beginning this process. But again, like I said, this is going to keep moving you out into the future. This is where we're headed. And okay, they're saying stay with the Eight of Wands card. What are you wanting me to see on here? That this is an active choice. That this was not something that just happens to you. You're actually choosing this. You're choosing to move in this direction of total rebirth and the success of your rebirth. So we go back, I mean, there's so much fire here. All of this is fire. And that is you. Fire is the creativity. It's the element that transforms. It's the element that fires us up, literally. It's passion, right? So we've got two wands here, another wand, 8. The Judgment card, often because it's associated with Armageddon, has a fiery kind of energy because you're burning off the old so that the new can rise up. And then we've got the Sun here. So much fire and so much positivity in that. Just really, all of this just feels so upward to me. We got the upwardness of the wand here, and then the upwardness of the halo of the sun, the aura. So, okay, they're also drawing another connection here. So we've got this wand, which is your idea that you are understanding what I'm saying, and it's making sense to you. But again, it's like, okay, I get it here. How is this going to manifest in my life? It's this idea touching the sun, and then this is you embodying the sun. So this is a really important moment where you leave behind for good anything gross, anything yucky, anything disgusting baggage wise. These are funny words I'm getting. You're leaving behind all that darkness, because then this is you embodying this wand's energy. This is a huge process. And what is fascinating is a lot of the symbology on this rebirth card, which is our Judgment card. It has to do with the winter solstice, which is coming December 20 something, right? So I was really excited. I just read about this yesterday. This is an actual structure in Ireland. And when the sun rises on winter solstice, it comes through this little hole at the top, the roof window, and the entire tomb, this is actually a tomb, the whole tomb is lit up. So if you're inside the tomb, it's dark, dark, dark. And then all of a sudden for 17 minutes, 17 is an 8. Look what you have, 8 of Wands. For 17 minutes, it's illuminated. So this is really the triumph of the light over the dark. And within you, this means the lightness of your soul, the lightness of your passion and your fire and your life force, essentially, is the thing I'm getting. This is a triumph of you over everything that doesn't work for you anymore, everything that holds you back. So I think it would be good to keep referring to this reading, because there is so much that you have to celebrate about. I'm just looking at the Sun card and seeing even more sun stuff. Sun halter, and then there's salamanders on her bridle, which are that's a fire creature, even though it lives in the water. It's associated with the wand suit as well. So much fire coming at you. And I just really think that this is going to be much longer and much bigger than this week. And so if there's small stuff in the way, this is the big picture. This is the big force of energy that's taking you in this new way. And I know that I'm saying it's a long reading, but I also think that it's a fast reading. The quicker you drop that stuff, the quicker you walk out of this tomb, reborn, recharged, revitalized, and ready to begin this next passage of life. And I'm also being drawn to the infinity symbol on the trumpeter. I'm not sure if you can see it. He's got a little infinity thing here. So this is part of a process that is ongoing. This is something that we do through every stage of of life. We get into one thing, we burn it up, we start again. We get into another thing, we burn it, we start it again. So, but this is a really big moment for you. The stuff that you've been struggling with, this is the moment where it's time to decide to drop it. And once you decide, everything moves forward so quickly for you. So really, really super excited for you. This is just an awesome, awesome reading. So if you've got questions about this, please let me know in the comments below. I always love hearing from you. And I also invite you to check out my website, trueguidancetarot.com. If you're ever interested in some one-on-one guidance and message from the other side, your personal message, I'm more than happy to be a channel for you. So I will see you next week and have a great one.